Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, and today we're going to be taking another look at the swapper, where this time I struggled mightily with the puzzles, and this is still a fairly early game, but I'm going to show you a little bit of me struggling going through the game, and then some extra looks from a postscript point of view of when I actually solved the puzzle, what went into it. So you'll get a bit of both. Like I said, this is a puzzle platformer, as I mentioned maybe before, not my best genre. Partially because I do have, at least from an IQ test I took about 7 or 8 years ago, a very, very high IQ equivalent efficiency for abstract thought, abstract reasoning. And I have about an IQ equivalent of 50 for pattern recognition. So if you put a picture in front of me of a beach and say, what's wrong with this picture? I literally can't tell you that like a person has one arm. I just don't see it. So if you want to scream at the picture with me today, feel free to do so. So if you're just looking here saying, why can't you see it? I'll see it eventually. I promise. And obviously I'm doing this guide list without the benefit of facts or anything. So I can't have a block just launch up there. It's just that ledge is so narrow. Alright, we're going to start with our first puzzle solution for this, because you've seen me struggle with this long enough, and the biggest obvious thing that I missed is that you can push this block. It's okay to have the blue light on there, but actually once you figure out that that block can go up there, it actually becomes pretty easy because that platform partially moves. So, pretty simple solution. Now it's time to move on. Sorry, buddy. No time to rock chat. Oh, am I gonna die? Apparently. Okay, so let's actually not get myself killed. Let's head back this way. See, now you get to say, haha, you're not so good at puzzle games. No, you're right, I'm not. We have here Xenotech Research. Accident report, casualties, Albert Petrovich and Diana Moss. Why is it always the Russians first? Ranking crew member statement. Petrovich and Moss volunteered to take part in the first test engagement of the swapping core between individual crew members. Why? Well, that's okay. The procedure was conducted safely, however, both crew members immediately reported extensive memory loss, meaning it was impossible to verify whether a swap actually took place or not. With a little more time, we believe we can correct for memory loss and complete the experiment successfully. I really hope they got compensated for that. Commander's assessment. A complete ban of all testing of the swapper device between individual crew members is to take effect immediately. I understand your safety record for use of the device between clone subjects remains untarnished. Consider yourself fortunate that this avenue of research remains open to you, so cloning is okay. That's apparently what this gun is. And I just kind of wasted a little bit there. Let's see what we got. So, one down there. Got a nasty purple light there. And I don't know if we X that purple light by getting rid of something or not. What I need to do is to not get myself stuck in an awkward cloning situation. So we exit and re-enter. Okay, so we cannot go into that area without dropping somebody down here. We can drop a person up here and open that door. That doesn't do us a lot of favors. Okay, I just got somebody up there the first time. It's okay though. Let me actually go ahead and put somebody... Oh no, I know I don't have 5 people active, do I? Unless, of course, I do. Alright. Let's fix this, because you have to have one person down there, so you can't even really do all this right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4... Fuck. Sacrifice. Oh, but you need that person to keep the door open. Alright, so this is where I guess it gets a little challenging. There's no way to take this person out and keep the door. So what if we do this first? Now this is the solution for this puzzle, and I'll be honest, this one is pretty brutal. But you start by getting a platform to move upwards, or that barrier to move up, and you want to tuck a person in there as soon as possible. Then you just keep them locked in there. That's who's going to get the orb for you. Now what makes this a struggle is having to manage one less astronaut than you'd like, because you got to have that red light on to swap. And you can see I try and do some daisy chaining here. But what stops it, at least at first, is that I gotta have enough bodies to actually get around, because we do have one person on that platform to the left. So you're going to see me struggle with this a little bit a few times, just trying to get the alignment right, because it does take some work, and I may have actually been able to solve it right here if I just dropped a person to the right and then swap, swap, swap. But the problem is that you still have to have someone on top above the purple light to actually get the platform to move up. So you can't just rely on 5 people. This is what makes this puzzle so challenging so early. But you'll see eventually here I do get a position where I can swap over and I can kill one of my clones, because you do that when they make contact. Even when you swap, I put another person on top, and just 1, 2, and you get some orbs. So that's it. Maybe there's some stuff that I haven't figured out how to do yet that'll help with some of this stuff later, because they said go to the airlock next. We can always get back to that stuff later. I just want to see what's in here. We need how many orbs? I got 28, we need 24. We can go to sample containment if needed, but I have a feeling I want to wait to do that, because that way we can go up here first and take our little spacewalk, because I want to learn more. So here, all we need is some happy little things. Let's call the elevator. Well, apparently elevators can crush you, just like real life. So let's not do that again. That was harsh. Don't stand under the elevator in a 2D game. Okay, let's go out in space. This is not going to work out too well, is it? Let's find out. Okay. So we are now out in space. I guess we're trying to go across the way. And once again, how do we navigate in space? We navigate with our gun. Gat, gat, gat. I just have to make sure that I do not go careening off into the rocky debris. They're flying every which way. It doesn't seem to be too safe to be out here with all this radiation as well. But I guess if I'm constantly making clones of myself and crushing them, my future reproductive status is not the highest concern. So let's hear another quick spacewalk. And now we've reached another teleporter, which we can go to any teleport location, so it's nice that we don't have to spacewalk again. I have a feeling It's going to be far more treacherous later in the game. Terminal 15. So let's hear. Did we jump? We jumped a few. Transport order. Watcher sample 1. The head watcher is a vast watcher specimen, the first to be discovered on Glory 5. It exhibits a far more active neurological activity than the rest, seeming to function as a kind of group communications hub. Sample is being relocated to Mind Science Laboratory Sector 2 for extended observation, following a red flagging of radioactive activity, weight 112 tons, transportation limits due to extreme weight dimensions. Sample is unfit for teleport. Sample will be towed to guide ropes, and then route airlock station, airlock, gravity control, Mind Science Laboratory. So, we need 30 orbs to get where we're going next. Which means we are going to have to solve some of these pisser puzzles. Which is okay. I was expecting a dead end pretty soon. Just means I gotta man up in game. Or clone up. See what we got over here. Oh, we got a laser. That's nice. Thank you for that. That's exactly what I didn't want.
Attention. Access to metaphysics via sample containment is restricted to qualified empiricists.
Am I a qualified empiricist? Oh boy. Let's find out. Some of the minds that probed us believe only in the physical world. Some believe in something more. They never ceased arguing. Okay, so this is a transport puzzle room. This is not going to go too well at first, maybe. I have been changed, as if the other minds like yours had a will that could cut through my own. So there's a lot of rocks in the background here. So where are we? We're in another room. It's like the Lost Woods, and we're somewhere with a memory terminal. This is interesting. This is not what you expect in a space station. Almost looks like a church. So 14. So we're going back a little bit. Some watcher specimens are millions of years old, so it's fair to assume a high level of intellectual development. If they're telepathic as well, I think Glory 5's indigenous species may be the universe's oldest, most powerful quantum computer, if only we knew the programming language. Aww. It's not just ones and zeros. Okay, so now we have another long-distance transporter, which is good. Mysterious rock sample and more transport machines. So all kinds of goodies. Let's see what this one says. The other minds here were always turning. They thought of the world as little as we do. So we have all these other rooms we can go into. One there with a tri-orb. Let's see if we can actually complete a puzzle. That would be ideal. It would also help if I actually swapped when I switched. So let's see here. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. But okay, that's just going to slide back down. That's not helping anybody. So what I have a feeling is going to happen is that we need to have some simultaneous antics here. Alright, so there's the end game. I don't know how to raise that other platform. I don't know if that's ever going to kill me. Okay, so we got someone over here I'm pretty sure it's going to fall to their death. Yes. Gotta be something that I'm missing. Especially when I ragdoll this shit out of myself. Alright, so this puzzle solution is actually amazingly easy. In fact, I think I one-shot or two-shot this puzzle, or did it in one take, once I got away from it for a bit, which is part of the benefit of actually doing things on your own. But all you gotta do is use both clones at the same time to just go up to the top of the ramp. I did not notice that ledge at the end on top, and just drop the boxes back down. With that ridge on the top there, you can actually hop up like stairs, and all you have to do is just use your red beam to go to the other side. It is a very simple, elegant puzzle, still a satisfying solve. Okay, we are going to solve a puzzle before this episode's over. There is some that we can do. I had someone say they wanted to watch me struggle. Well, here you go. This is how I usually do with puzzle games. It's a mess. Let's see. We don't have a lot of moves left, it looks like. But what I could feasibly do is go ahead and dispose my body there. And let's go ahead and see what's over here. One of the first problems is that I just need to find a way to get rid of these two here, and I don't know how to do that. Because I won't be able to get through the door with them. So let's see here. Okay, can't get that with the blue lights. I'm pretty sure I can't shoot through these walls. I'm certain that I can't do a lot of good here, so let's go ahead and drop a body over here. There we go. Only problem is that I'm out of ability to do this, but at least I did get all the lights shut off. But once I move, they're all going to cut back on. And I need to have both of these out. So it's got to be something about getting rid of those two, or figuring it out with just three. We'll go ahead and, because we have to have two on the switch here. See, I don't think there's anything down there worthwhile. Nope. We can drop someone as far up as up here. We just can't shoot into them. Alright, so I was actually pretty close to solving this puzzle, and I'll say this is probably my favorite puzzle from the set today, just because it really forces you to think about how you're running to the left, running to the right, and using your clones. And you're going to see me kind of muck it up here a little bit, because you kind of have to get it used right. You have to use that pit of despair. You have to get your people up there, and you'll notice I swap up there as soon as I can. And then if I get it right this time, my goal is to run my clone to the right onto that switch to get rid of the red light. But to do that, I've got to get everybody in position. There we go. Up there. And now that I've put that clone on top over there, I'm only allowed to move left. I can jump, I can move left, but I don't need that blue light shut off anymore. I already have somebody up there, so that's an important skill to learn for solving puzzles later on in this game. But I've still got to get that red light off, and that means the bottom switch. I can't move right, but what I can do, I only have 3 clones to work with. So I got to kill one of them, and I have to be in a position where I can beam over. So you see, that's why I drop it so far away, and then the angle's not so close. I actually have to move just a hair to the left, I think. But there we go. Good, satisfying solve. Make sure not to go splat on your way down. But good puzzle that forces you to work with just 3 people. Let's try one other room. Like I said, I promise I'm going to make myself useful. I'm going to prove my worth. Let's see what we got. Obviously, one thing that we have to run up there, and what do those switches affect? So we need to have both of those activated. And I can't swap through that red light. Meaning my chintzy little solution before of daisy chaining these things could haunt me just a little bit. That's not what we want. We don't want these to be parallel. Actually, I had it better figured out last time. I'll be honest, this was my least favorite puzzle in this set, mainly because my first thought was to daisy chain and to do something like this, having my clones move around. And I tried to do it before, it just didn't seem to work very well. It seemed like a little bit too obvious of a solution, but just a little irritating, because you gotta go up, you gotta get that light cut off. And now you can only move to the right, but it's kind of like the other puzzle where you just gotta manipulate where you can only move one direction or the other. But now I'm pretty much in perfect position. I can swap up there, I can drop someone on there to remove the red lights, and I can get my orbs. So yeah, that's pretty much the last puzzle for this. So what we're going to do now is just sort of sit, chill, go down, and hopefully not kill ourselves. And now that we have enough orbs, it's time to go and open up some doors. So we have our nice, beautiful metaphysics area here and our friendly watcher that wants to talk to us. So let's just find where we're going, back past the airlock area, so it's to the right. Okay, so yeah, there's this obstruction. I'm curious because there's a console there, so not sure if it's going to say, okay, it just opened the door. It doesn't do us a ton of good. But hey, it's another shortcut, so let's go up to the airlock. We got enough orbs, let's see what's next. So in through the door.
You made it. Good show. But we're running out of time. Dennett and we underestimated the Watchers. We have to stop them. Looks like gravity control's inactive. Get it online and come help me here.
Underestimated the Watchers. That's not good. And gravity control, I'm not sure what that means, but I guess we'll find out in just a moment. So, okay, those are bright lights. I'm used to, are those lights going to kill me, or I guess I could throw a clone on her to jump up. Oh, sweet. Okay, so we got gravity time, like all kinds of good games that'll let you reverse gravity out in space. So this gets a 10.0 in my book already. So we're just going to go in here, and I think we're going to call this an episode for now. So let's just see what's in the next room. Poke our head in real quick. Yeah, no story stuff right now, so we're going to stop here. This is Way to Fail playing the Swapper. I apologize for some of the audio inconsistency, but that'll be fixed next time. But thanks for your patience with me solving puzzles, and I hope you all enjoyed it.